And I made this little map showing kind of your migration westward. Marion grew up in Norwich, Ontario. She actually was born in New York, and the family moved to Ontario when she was young. BK came out to Wisconsin in 1853, and I'm still trying to piece that story together, but there's some evidence that he worked with the Menominee Indians out there. He was 21 years old at the time, and so that's significant to me because the Wetherill's involvement with Indians goes way back. It's not as some of the historians have suggested that some cowboys out here discovered some cliff dwellings. They had an epiphany. Then in 1855, BK moved down to a little town called Roxylvania, Iowa. It was a Quaker town. Marion was from a Quaker background also. And it was there that they got married in 1856. And that's where Alice and Richard were born. And let's see. I'm not sure about Al. No, he was born in Kansas. And Leavenworth, Kansas, right up here on the border. BK's older brother George was living, and evidence is very strong that he went out there in 1855 to help support making Kansas a free state. It was a very political hotbed, and the pro-slavery forces were trying to make Kansas a slave state. It wasn't a state yet, because they felt like the future of slavery depended on the political hold that would give them. Right. And it was actually a very bloody time. BK's brother George got almost killed. He had a grocery store that they call them border ruffians, people who would come over from Missouri and vote in the Kansas elections to try and sway the vote. Came into Leavenworth and burned down George's store. So by the time BK and Marion moved down there, that had kind of settled, and the anti-slavery forces were pretty strong politically at that time. BK opened a grocery store in Leavenworth. So George had his store, and BK had his own store. And that's where the rest of the family were born, right in that area. In 1879, let's see, I guess that's kind of hard to read, but in 1872, BK accepted a position at the Osage Agency in what's now Oklahoma. And that's quite a story too. The family stayed in Leavenworth. BK was a trail agent out on the Kansas prairies and lived with the Osages. And I found a number of letters in the National Archives that mentioned some of his experiences. Very rough way of life, but apparently he relished it. When that job ended, BK traded his horse for a lead mine in Joplin, Missouri. That was 1876. And they went there. Turns out the mine wasn't very productive, and he went to work in a ore processing plant that wrecked his health. So in 1879, he moved the family up to Atchison, Kansas, where Marion's brother lived, and kind of put them in the care of her brother. And he moved out he rode a horse to this area. Originally went up to Rico, north of here, and then ended up in Mancus. In 1880, he had Richard come out to help him. He was starting to develop the ranch, Alamo Ranch at that time, and then in 1881, the rest